Hi, I'm Manju. Welcome to Sharing Cooking Secrets. Today, I want to show you how to make a polka dot chocolate collar and how to apply it on your cake. So to make a collar for this size cake, this cake is about 3 pounds. I need half a cup of white chocolate and about 1 cup of dark chocolate. Now I'm going to melt these in the microwave. So for that, please refer to my previous videos on how to melt chocolate. And I've just filled the piping bag. So I've got 1 piping bag with white chocolate and 1 piping bag with dark chocolate. Now the chocolate should be room temperature. This is very important. Okay. Now I have a piece of parchment paper which I've cut according to this cake. So I'm just applying it to the side of the cake. Can you see? It's the right size. So you just cut your paper according to the height of your cake and you just measure the circumference. So always keep the circumference a little longer. Keep it 2 inches longer than what you actually need, because when you apply chocolate, the paper starts shrinking. So you need this to be a little longer. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a polka dot collar. So for that, what I like to do, I like to fold the paper like this and fold it again. And again. So like this. And I just want to cut this into a sort of scallop design. Cut it round from the top. Okay. And open it up. So you can now see all the lines on the paper. Now this is going to be a sort of guide for me to help me place my dots accurately. So I'm just going to take some sellotape and stick this on both sides of the paper so it doesn't move. And starting with the white chocolate, I'm going to make a hole here. And can you see the lines? I know it's a bit difficult for you to see the lines, but I can. So I'm just going to start piping small dots on the lines. And on the next line, I'll just pipe 2. And this one again 3. And so on. Remember, your chocolate should not be hot. It should be room temperature. Otherwise, when you pipe, it's just going to spread everywhere. Okay, so when you've done this, just make sure the white chocolate dries up a bit. You want the white chocolate to harden. And now I'm going to cover this entire thing with the dark chocolate. So we're just waiting until this dries up a bit. And make sure again, your dark chocolate is not hot. It should be room temperature. Now the chocolate has dried up. So now I'm just going to pipe over this. And now we'll just go the other way. Now we just have to wait until this dries up, just for a few minutes, and we're going to lift this and wrap it around our cake. Now you can, I've done polka dots, you can do any other design you want. You can make small hearts or you can make little stars, it's up to you, okay? Sometimes what happens when you're making the collar, it over dries. Then it's very difficult to wrap it around the cake. It will break. So if by mistake, if you have left it for too long and the chocolate has dried up, you can soften it with a hairdryer, okay? So just keep it up a little bit. Don't melt the chocolate, you just want to soften it a little bit. So just very carefully, just go over this. And you can see once the chocolate starts melting a bit, it has a little shine. And when it dries up, it becomes a little dull. So I think this is softened up nicely. Now I'm going to lift from one side. You have to be very careful when you do this, and you might need some help, so if you can get another person to help you. So I'm going to take the cake in front of me and we're going to lift this like this, and I'm going to have the end. I'm going to finish at the back of the cake. So this is the front of my cake, and make sure I apply it. Turn it around like this. And this is how you want to finish. It should, you join the two ends together and stick them on like this. And then what I like to do is just get a pair of scissors and just trim off the excess. You need a good pair of scissors as well. Okay? Now once you have done this, you need to put your cake in the fridge for around 15 to 20 minutes, and if it fits in your freezer, 5 minutes. Okay? So let's get this into the freezer for 5 minutes. So I've taken this out of the freezer after 5 minutes, and you'll see if you put your hands around it, it's become really hard, so you know it's ready. So just very now carefully remove the butter paper or the parchment paper. Be very careful that you don't break anything. Isn't that cool? After applying the collar, we need to do the finishing at the bottom of the cake, at the base. So there are a couple of things you can do. You can just sprinkle some chocolate vermicelli or grated chocolate at the bottom, or just with some truffle, we can just do some nice piping. This is called a shell design, and basically it's the same procedure. You pipe, you put your hand at the base and you don't move your hand. You first pipe, let the chocolate, let the truffle spread, and then just pull it away. This definitely gives a very professional look to your cake.